class.
for a
He's in
second.
first class too.
I'm in first class. She trying to tell me I smell like I don't even smoke. I do not smoke.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man, and you know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so man, let's talk about this boy Rich the Kid. Now, Rich the Kid has been having an interesting year, to say the least, man. Dude has been caught up, like his name keeps jumping up in all these random things. And then just a couple of days ago, man, he had a little run-in at the airport. So it's like, man, can Rich the Kid catch a break out here, man? I mean, it seems like, man, he keeps catching L's, like left and right, man. His music career isn't what it was a couple of years ago, even though he had some notable hits recently, man. And it just doesn't seem like 2020 was Rich the Kid's year, man. Now, I will always give Rich the Kid credit because he started his own label and he put a lot of people on, started off signing a lot of people. He put a lot of people in the game, like Famous Dex, even Lil Uzi Vert. He was first person to spot Lil Uzi Vert. And Lil Uzi Vert is killing the game right now. But, man, there's a couple of reasons why I think he keeps catching a lot of these L's. And, man, Lil Uzi might be at the crux of this position. You know what I mean? Now, before I get into all the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. All right, man. Now that we got that out of the way, man. So let's talk about Rich the Kid for a second here, man. Now, Rich the Kid was trying to fly to friendly skies, man. He was trying to go travel, do his thing. I don't know why folks are flying in the pandemic. I couldn't think of a worse situation to stay away from than being locked in an airplane for a couple of hours to an hour or whatever time frame with a whole bunch of strangers where you don't know where they came from, what they bringing with them, who they are, and how much they care about their own personal health. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me personally, man. I guess I'm a germaphobe in that way. But Rich the Kid, man, he's out here traveling, I guess first class, because that's what he says in the clip. And basically, man, he was told to get off the plane, man. They told him he was too stinky to travel, meaning that he smelled like some paraphernalia, man. Now, I don't know if that's, man, does that justify somebody getting kicked off the plane? Because back when I did used to travel, man, I done been on some planes with some funky folks. I'm talking about cats with the horrible smell. And I ain't talking about smelling like paraphernalia. I'm talking about smelling like armpits and all sorts of whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't care, man. They would still get up by you and stuff like that. Now I'm ranting. But, man, it seems like, man, Rich the Kid, man, he was catching a bad break. And he's been on this continuous path of catching a bad break throughout music history, man. It started off pretty good, but ever since, man, that Lil Uzi Vert tape dropped where he, you know, the videotape showing him running from Lil Uzi, man, in Philly, man, things have not been the same for Rich the Kid, man. Now, he has had a hit, man, one hit since then, I believe, but it's just not been the same. And the fans have been treating him like a running meme. Now, I'm not going to disrespect Rich the Kid. I'm not going to say he's a running meme out here because I don't believe that. I think he's very talented. I think he's got an eye for talent, man, when it comes to finding new artists and stuff like that. And I give him props for starting his own label and doing it the label way instead of doing it the artist way. But it just seems like this cat cannot catch a break out here. All right, so let's not forget the time earlier this week when a fan called Rich the Kid out because, you know, Spotify does their annual thing where everybody posts their stats from Spotify. And you got all the biggest artists is always like crazy streams. Like I did 1 billion, or I think like Pop Smoke did like 2 billion. NBA Youngboy did like 1.5 billion. And it's always like these huge numbers. And somebody went on social media and made a joke and basically said, hey, Rich the Kid hasn't posted his Spotify stats. And everybody thought that was funny. But what's even crazier is Rich the Kid caught wind of that post and, man, he replied to it and said, you wildin', dude. I probably got 1 billion and didn't even drop. So he was basically saying he probably got 1 billion streams that didn't even drop. Now, to my knowledge, he still hasn't posted his Spotify stats. And to say he got 1 billion streams, I don't know, man. You know, you got to watch cats, man, because they exaggerate sometimes to make themselves seem bigger than they are. And Rich the Kid is not above that. Now, recently, man, he was trying to board an airline, and, man, that's when he caught some, man, negative attention from the airline staff. That's when they said that, hey, man, he smelled like paraphernalia and he can't get on the plane. Now, I got this clip from social media, and, man, come check this out, man. And afterwards, man, come back for my commentary.
the gate for a
He's in
second.
first class too.
I'm in first class. She trying to tell me I smell like I don't even smoke. I do not smoke.
Sir.
Guess what? Hold on. I'm letting the
Sir.
world gonna know. Your son, you have
Okay.
kids, and he probably know
So
me.
come this way.
Hold on. Since you want to play, you don't know who I am.
It don't make a difference.
So she trying to racially discriminate and
No,
you tell me
no.
I don't know what I'm doing? Cause I'm high. I don't even smoke.
So
Race has
come
nothing
this
to do
way.
with it.
Come this
That's
way,
what she
please.
said.
Come.
She said he smells.
Come.
Okay, so as you seen in that clip right there, man, Rich the Kid found himself in another weird predicament, man, where the cameras are rolling and he comes out looking like he's taking an L, man. Now, this happens a lot to Rich the Kid, man. It's an odd situation because for all intents and purposes, dude should be winning, man. I'm talking about winning. When you look at his social media following, it's amazing. When you look at how some of his hits have reacted, you know, they've done great, man. But he's in a weird situation in music where he'll go quiet and people won't like one of his songs, and then the next song people just love. Like he had that situation with Plug Walk, where everybody was like, man, Plug Walk's the joint. You know what I mean? I love this song. But man, he has these weird situations like the one in the video where he's just caught on camera looking like he catching an L, man. Now, in that video, I don't know, man. I understand, man, that he was, man, really, really heated. And he definitely wanted to capture what was on camera. But, man, not everything needs to be exposed on camera, man. To be honest, the situation there, I mean, it's embarrassing because you in first class, you got your feet kicked up, you about to do your first class thing, you big balling, you feeling like you set, man. And then next thing you know, they tell you to get off the plane because you smell like paraphernalia or you're stanky, man. That's a little embarrassing, man. That's a hit to anybody's pride and ego. You're going to be like, man, well, what's up with this, man? That's how you singling me out like this. You know, I got paper. I'm in first class. So I kind of feel his sentiments there. But then, man, I'm like, man, if he wouldn't have cut on the camera, everybody in the world wouldn't have known that happened. I guess, man, going live is just his way of securing himself or trying to show his fans that he's being mistreated. You know what I mean? But I don't know if that message comes across that way. I think a lot of people just look at this as him taking an L, to be honest with you. And all this started from the first L that he took. When he took that L from Lil Uzi Vert running in that restaurant, man, running from Lil Uzi Vert after they had been talking back and forth on social media, man, it seems like every time there's a weird occurrence, like the robbery situation where his girl Tory Bricks was there, a lot of people said that she set him up. But, man, now they're together and that's like his girl. So a lot of people don't believe that anymore. But, man, it always seems like he's taking an L in these situations. To be honest, they're regular situations. If the camera wasn't there, we wouldn't even know it happened. And, man, he'd be better off for it. Now, the Lil Uzi Vert situation, he couldn't avoid that because that was a camera from the shop and we saw the whole altercation and everything. And, man, it just looked bad. Now, I don't blame him for running because that was a lot of people coming at him. But after talking all that mess, it just looked a little crazy. So what do you guys think, man? Do you think Rich the Kid is getting hated on because he out here really getting it, really making this paper, chasing that bag? Or are these just situations where he probably needs to just keep to himself and quit cutting that camera on because he's going to keep taking L's in the future, man? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.